So the worst possible thing happened. What I thought was a cat meowing was actually kids yelling for help.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for helping. Thank you so much. You are a good boy. Y'all tell your parents I said you are good kids.
Okay, I will.
2 little teenagers stayed and helped. Not a damn adult one. Not an adult one stopped. Well, no, 2 stopped, and then they took off because I didn't want to get involved. I don't care. I'll stand here. I really don't care. If you want to fight me, that's fine. I really don't care. When it comes to kids, I don't mess around. I don't care what goes on. I really don't. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like me forever. I really don't care. You can call me a rat. You can call me whatever. I don't care. I don't play around when it comes to kids. And let that be a lesson to everybody on my Facebook. If you do something and you put your kids in a screwed up position, I will be the first to rat on you. I do not care. And then I called 911. I was on the phone. My phone wouldn't even connect. And she goes, oh, there's too many calls. I was on one of them teenagers' phone. And she's saying, oh, we're getting somebody to respond. We're getting somebody to respond. A cop drove through here that didn't even know what was going on. You're getting somebody to respond, but they don't even know what's going on. Okay. I told them from the beginning, there are 3 kids here in the hot, screaming, my mom won't wake up. There was other adults walking by me screaming, help, call 911. Somebody call 911. I'm sorry, I'm disappointed in you, Somerset. I'm very disappointed in you. I don't care who don't like me. I don't care. Oh, now they're here. Watch them come talk to me for a while. And I'm probably going to keep this live if anybody does want to talk to me, because, I mean, this was insane. The lack of reaction when, I mean, I've seen lesser situations where y'all are talking big stuff, big boy stuff, and this was just, thank God that cop just so happened to be driving through. Thank God. They asked how many kids she had. She said 4 because she thought one of mine was hers, but I don't care who don't like me. I do not care who don't like me. Let me go ahead and say that. If you know who I'm talking about, I really don't care. I don't care who don't like me. This was screwed up. This was scary. I just ran up this flight of steps thinking that I had to do CPR while kids were holding my babies and someone else's babies. There should have been a better response to this, Somerset. I'm very disappointed, especially considering the times that, like, someone who is supposed to have a DVO and then you've been called and told that they're out there and you can't be at my house. What is it that gets y'all to run? What is it that gets y'all to come running? Serve and protect?
Mommy.
I'm just lucky that cops so happen to be going by.
Mommy.
And I'm sorry I look a mess. There's like foam on my mouth because I was breathing so hard and screaming so hard to try to get somebody to call 911. I don't know why my phone won't connect. It seems like anytime I need to call 911, this happens to me. I need to know why my phone don't connect to 911. This was terrifying. Like, this was scary.
Mommy. That's terrible.
That's crazy.
That takes a moment.
And I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I really don't. I feel like crying. That was so scary. I could not imagine my kids being in that situation.
Mommy.
All right, I guess we can go walk around. We'll still be here if they need us. Come on this way.
Yes.
Whoa. Come on. Hey, we'll still be here. And look, here I am. I'm mad at them, but I'm still staying to talk to them. That's how much I care. Like, I care. I'm sorry, I do. And you watch it come back on me and then look at me like I did something wrong, because no matter what, anytime I have to deal with police, I'm the one in the wrong. Oh, that was awful. That was so awful. That was so awful. How did I not know at first that them kids were screaming for help? That's the part that's like really bothering me. I should have been able to respond to that quicker. Yeah, I know. And that's what really screws me up, is that I called 911 and it stayed connecting for like an hour. I mean, I'm sorry, we're not a big enough town for that to be an issue. We're not a big enough town for that. What are y'all doing that your phones ain't connecting? I'm sorry. That's crazy. And I told her that. I'm like, my phone is still trying to connect you people. She said, we got all kinds of people, out and about. Well, there's a cop driving through the park right now who doesn't know that this is even going on. But you're telling me that there's just not enough people to respond? Are you crazy? I'm just so frustrated. I'm so angry and frustrated. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And I look so bad now. I'm so friggin' angry. I think he's doing a sobriety test on her. Hopefully to God, they're actually doing something. It just would be friggin' great if just once we could just do our jobs. Come on, honey. No, we're gonna go home. Actually, we'll probably walk back up to the park. Oh, he wants to go up this god-awful hill. God, I'm so scared. I don't know why I feel scared, but I just feel scared. That was like the worst situation ever. That was so bad. God, that was so bad. And again, let me say it. I don't care. I don't care who you are to me. I don't care if you're my best friend. Oh, dear God, there's a dog. Honey, there's a big old dog. Let's get away from this big dog. Let's go. Okay, well, you let me hold you then. You let me hold you because it's making me nervous. I'm scared of dogs. It's not so much him. It's just that I, personally, am afraid of dogs. Okay. You see that dog? It's a big dog, ain't it? He's a big guy and a little fuzzy guy.
Hey!
Say hi, dogs. Hi. Isn't he cute?
Yeah,
Oh, my nerves are bad. That wasn't a normal encounter. I'm telling you, that was almost traumatic. What, honey? What? I don't want to hold you, honey. I can't walk with you in my arms. You're too heavy. You're just too heavy. You're too heavy.
Oh.
Now listen, you're going to have to walk once we get here, okay? Will you please walk? Well, then we're going to sit down somewhere. I'm not going to walk with you, honey. You're so heavy. Oh, my God, there's another big old dog. All right. We're just going to walk to a bench, okay? And we'll sit till you're ready to go.
Mama,
I don't want to walk. I'm tired. You want to go back to splash pad?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go back to splash pad. We're going to go to the little water park if anybody's looking for us. Boy, that was crazy. That was crazy. I'm telling you, just the and him sitting there telling me to walk up there with her with my baby in my hands. I'll be, Are y'all crazy? I mean, I'm sorry I did as much as I could for them kids. As much as I could, but I can't put my baby in danger. That's not going to happen. Are you crazy? We can't find nobody to respond. Oh, there's an officer in the park. Are you sure you just didn't send anything out? Are you positive? Because he didn't seem to know what was going on. I'm telling you, it's at the park. There's an officer at the park. How do y'all not know that? Like, And then one of them sat and argued with me. Well, I'm sure I don't get paid that much more than you do. Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is that you get paid anything more at all. And I'm expected to know what's going on at my job. I'm expected to know everything all the time. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to get in trouble for even saying all this because, I mean, they're unfair. And we know they're unfair. If something happens to me and I start getting arrested all the time for nothing after this, y'all know why. Y'all absolutely know why. And I'll live stream every bit of it. The next time, I ain't going to turn my camera off. I mean, y'all might end up seeing gore and terrible stuff. I'm not going to turn my camera off just so y'all can see exactly how crazy it is down here. And that baby needs to be checked out. That baby didn't look good. I'm scared to death, boy. I am so scared. And I bet they ain't even went to look at that baby. My stomach is in knots. Like, I want to know that they're okay. My stomach is in friggin' knots. I just want to sit down and cry for a minute. I'm trying my best not to cry on live. I don't know. And it's not like a sad. It's just like my nerves. That really screwed my nerves up. That was really bad. See, here's a bunch of sirens. Oh, wow, an ambulance now. Please check the baby out first. The baby needs to be looked at first, please. I'm just so beside myself. Brandy always causing trouble. Brandy always causing trouble. It's funny, it's the second daggone kid I went out of my way to try to do something. Second one, but then we want to sit and act like I'm just so bad. I'm so bad. And none of y'all on Facebook, I'm not talking about none of y'all, but there are some people that have a lot of power over my life. I'm so bad. I'm the only one out of all them adults that walked by, and 2 teenagers was the only people that come up here to help. Well, no, there was a couple, but they left because they didn't want to get involved. I don't care, I'll get involved. I'll be right up in your business. Oh my God, please. Jesus, just let them kids be okay. My nerves are so bad now. My nerves are so freaking bad now, y'all. My nerves are so bad.
Mommy.
I'm so disappointed. We can't climb that. That's a pole, you goober.
No.
Yeah, well, look, this is, you can get on this. This is a rock. You can get on that rock. I don't know what's happening, boy. I feel like the biggest piece of crap. I just feel awful.
Bob.
I feel scared.
Bob.
So I was walking along, and I heard what I thought was a cat. And at first, I seen them teenagers walking by, and one of them said, "That's creepy." And he said, "What do we do?" And one of them said, "I don't know." And I seen him start walking up. And then I realized it was a little kid screaming, "Help." And the boy was running up. Well, now I'm having to run with little Bill. And the boy was running up, and I said, "What happened?" And that girl said, "My mommy won't wake up." So I started to call 911. And of course, because there's so many people calling into 911 supposedly, but there's a cop driving around the daggone park, and guarantee you there's one over there by Subway next to where I live. But supposedly there was just so many calls coming through. And I sat on 911 for what seemed like at least 30 minutes. And I mean, she kept going, "Oh, I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. And then she'd take a full, hour, not an hour, but I mean, it seemed that way. The girl even got up at some point. She got up and walked out, and she did not seem, I don't know, man. Whatever it was, they needed to check her out. I ain't no friggin' way. And she started to get into it with me and telling me, what else are you saying to him? So I told him flat out what I said to him. I don't care. You go ahead and get mad at me. And I told her, I said, "You're not going to hit me, so you can just shut up." She said, "Well, I'm not going to." I said, "Well, you're not going to hit me." So I stood there and I said, "You can't leave. I'm not letting you leave. I don't care." I was holding 2 of her kids. And then she went to go walk to the car, and I said, "No, I need to get my kids somewhere where it's safe in case she takes off in this." And I walked down there, and even though I was still on the phone with 911 and them telling me that they was having somebody on the way and that there was just too much happening that they couldn't respond, eventually a cop drives through here at the park, and I said, "Do you know what's going on?" And he said, "No." And I said, "There's a woman up there with her kids, and the kids are screaming, 'My mom won't wake up.'" So thank God there just so happened to be a cop driving through the park when 911 said there was no cops to respond. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but if there's no cops to respond, then why is there one driving through the park? But right now, I guess they're up there hopefully doing a sobriety test or something, because the first kid ran up there, and I ran up behind him, and when I seen her, she was passed out. They wasn't no waking her up. So then we went back down, and we stood there with her kids for a minute, and I went back up with a couple. I was asking one of them to help me get her out of the car, and they're just like, "Well, we'll see." And so when we opened up the door, she come back too, but she was all sweaty, and the couple was just like, "Well, okay." But no way I was going to let her live with them kids. Wasn't no friggin' way I was going to let her live with them kids. So I stood there and I told her, I tried at first to just act like I thought that she was too hot. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know absolutely what it is. So I stood there, and she started getting mouthy with me. I told her, "Well, you're not going to hit me, so it don't really matter." And so I stood there. I said, "I'm not intimidated by you at all." Until, what I just said happened. I started to run down because she got behind her car, and I'm not putting my baby in a bad situation. And so then when I got down there, a cop just so happened to be driving through the park when there was none to respond. Even though there's 3 kids in danger, we're going to act like we just can't. We just can't. There's no strings we can pull. There's nothing we can do. It absolutely shocks me because we sit in a town like Somerset that wants to sit and scream, we're Christians, we're Christians, we're Christians, we're Christians. And I'm sorry, I'm literally daring everybody in my church. I'm daring everybody around me. I'm daring everybody at Chick-fil-A. The next time there's a situation where it might be a little tense for you to get involved, step up and get involved. When somebody's doing something evil, when somebody's doing something bad, step up and get involved. Christians don't sit down and let evil just go. The biggest helper to evil is people who stand back and do nothing. Nothing. And there was people who walked by with me screaming, please call 911. I'm disappointed in you, Somerset. Let me see any of you at church. I'm going to call you out on it. That's not a Christian. I said what I said, and I don't feel bad about none of it. And I'm going to say this too. I don't care who you are. You could be my best friend. I don't care if you're somebody that is, signing stuff for me to do anything. I really don't care. You put your kids in danger, I'm going to be the first one to rat on you. Call me a rat, call me anything. Don't put your kids in danger around me. Don't play that game around me because I don't play when it comes to kids. Period. You want to go see the rock? What do you want to do? Are you wanting to go run around the water for a little longer? Is that what you're wanting to do? I don't even know what time it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was because, she was, whoa. And, if you're coming back from a heat stroke, you don't come back all at once like that ready to talk crap. I'm sorry. And again, like I said, whoever don't like me, don't like me. If anybody knows about the situation I'm talking about, you cannot like me as much as you want. I did what I needed to do. I'm going to go home feeling a little better about it because I didn't stand back and do nothing. Okay, we got to go around. Hey, we got to go around. Come on. Let's go. Oh, do you want to go that way? All right, come on. We have to go around. The door's over here.